TMZ posted this update story by your man YBN Almighty Jay. The article was titled, YBN Almighty Jay alleged attackers arrested, but not for assaulting Jay. Now this article was posted March 14th of 2019. Here's what TMZ had to say about it. The crew believed to be responsible for attacking and robbing YBN Almighty Jay and sending him to the hospital are in federal custody, but strangely has nothing to do with the rapper. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ cops have identified a street gang that includes Zay No. 5 as persons of interest in last week's assault on Jay. We're told the crew goes by the name Jack Boys, and for the record, that's with the Z. That's so fruity. JACKBOYZ, Jack Boys. I bet they like to play Limp Bizkit. I don't mean the rock band either. But anyways, Zay and 3 other Jack Boys members were arrested Wednesday in the Bronx as part of an unrelated federal investigation, which is even crazier. The men are facing a charge of attempted murder in the aid of racketeering, along with firearm charges in connection with the shooting of an off-duty NYPD officer. Once again, the men are facing a charge of attempted murder in the aid of racketeering, along with firearm charges in connection with the shooting of an off-duty NYPD officer. You know they're done, right? Another member remains at large. If convicted, they face up to life in prison. Bye-bye. Our sources say the crew was questioned by investigators after their arrests about assaulting Jay as well, and 2 members admitted to being at the scene, but didn't fess up to any criminal activity. We're told one of the boys also claimed to have past issues with Jay, but said they worked it out. But the rapper denied even knowing the crew. Our sources say Jay told cops he's willing to, he's willing to cooperate with the investigation now, but doubts he can ID his attackers because there were so many of them. He claims he was robbed of his wallet, $16,000 in cash, a $20,000 chain, and his shoes in the attack. As we reported, Jay Prince weighed in on the situation by calling out Jay and his crew and putting out an APB to his quote-unquote mob ties to nab them. I guess the mob did nab him, the police. Anyway, Zay responded by posting a music video that apparently flaunted Jay's stolen bling. So far, no charges have been made in Jay's robbery/assault. The investigation is ongoing. Well, anyways, y'all, that's the end of the article. The real mob is the police, not any black men, because black men sure as hell don't mob up against the KKK. So I don't want to hear anything about any black people being in any sort of mob or mafia. And the mob and the mafia, the real one, the white one, they're like, look, man, this thing doesn't exist, man. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no mob. There is no mafia. There is no conspiracy. They would never, ever, 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 ever in a million gazillion years say on social media that it exists at all. There would be no acknowledging that it exists at all. That stuff is just fantasy stuff you see in movies, is what they'll tell you. But anyways, YBN Almighty Jay is alive. He's okay. And he's still doing music, and that's what's important. Now, I don't listen to this brother's music. It's not really my cup of tea. That's for these youngins out here and whatnot. But I'm just glad that he's good. I'm glad that he's okay after they brutally beat him like the savages that they are. Those people are dangerous. I mean, it's like, what was that about? What would be the purpose of all of y'all jumping on this one boy? Like, what the hell did he do to y'all? And you know, and they were videotaping it, so obviously they wanted the attention. They sure as hell got the attention, though, it looks like, man. But anyways, all this stuff is stupid. All these people self-snitching, all these people just, you know what? Now is the time for Jay Prince to say something. Now is the time for him to say something, because now they done been arrested. I mean, look at them charges. I would actually not mind hearing his opinion at this point. I would honestly love to know what he has to say about this. This is the interesting part of the story, because it's like, plot twist, they're arrested, but not for what y'all think it is. Now the story's still developing, so more stuff will come out later. So I might do an update story later. Oh, and anybody's goons that are street people, don't come to my comment section threatening me. Don't you dare. I don't care who you know. I don't care who you work for. Don't come to my comment section with that crap. I'm not a street person. I will press charges against you, and if I have to defend myself, then Meat Magazine. on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, notify. Let me know what you think about your man YBN Almighty Jay in this attack, this ridiculous attack, and the fact that these idiots got and it didn't even have anything to do with him. I mean, you can't even write stuff this good, you know, not the attack part, but the fact that these idiots went down for something else just like that. I mean, do you wow. Anyways, man, talk about timing. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about it below. Meat Magazine. Oh, one more thing before I go. This is why, if you're some sort of criminal, you need to stay off of social media. What are you doing on I'm not that I'm trying to give you idiots tips, but what type of person who's involved with crime goes on social media at all doing anything involved with crime? You should be like pruning bonsai trees, like Mr. Miyagi or something like that. I don't know, feeding stray cats. Like, why would you ever post anything at all whatsoever that incriminates you, admits that you're a part of a gang, a mob, a mafia? Why would anybody, if you're one of those gangs that wear what are them things called, them rags, they call them flags, wearing scarves and crap, why would you post that crap on social media? Nobody should know that you're involved with anything. Like, y'all want attention that bad. It's so sad to me. Y'all want attention that bad that you're willing to get hit with a racketeering charge and possibly serve the rest of your life in jail just so that people can say, ooh, he's a gangster. And then you want to cover up your self-snitching with, man, I just want my respect out in these streets. Y'all don't want respect. Y'all want attention. That's just weird as hell to me. Y'all be running around all up in the camera, throwing up gang signs and bringing all sorts of attention to yourselves. Look at these idiots. They videotape themselves robbing that boy for what? And now look at them. Idiots. And don't think I forgot about y'all hoes. Because at the end of the day, it's about these females. Because they know that this attention gets the females. As ridiculous as it sounds, these females are impressed by this foolishness. That's why they do what they do. And that's just a sheer fact. Anybody can get upset about it all they want. But they're out here trying to show off for these females. They're willing to die. They're willing to go to jail for the rest of their lives, or at least for years, just to impress females who don't care if they live or die. That's sad.